How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Vlogmas, and welcome back to the channel, Jason.
Done with your B-roll already? That took forever, man.
Okay, you know what?
This guy.
You know what?
This guy.
Craft takes time, which is what today's video is going to be all about because we have a lot to do. I don't think did I explain to you what?
No.
Okay.
You just said, take me to Home Depot, but
Yeah. So this dude drives a hard bargain. He's like, I'll drive you to Home Depot if you buy me breakfast. And I was like, well, I kind of have no choice. I tried asking Kaylee and she shut me down before I even asked her.
That's what that text on Instagram
Yeah,
was.
I was about to ask her if she would drive me to Home Depot.
She's like, just no.
Yeah, she's like,
I
nope.
don't care what you're gonna ask, but no.
Exactly.
Best thing I've seen all week.
By the way, quick reminder, I'm daily vlogging until Christmas if you weren't aware by now. So just make sure you guys subscribe and click the bell notifications and don't miss out on any of these vlogs because there's tons of videos coming up and you guys don't want to miss them, especially because now that it's winter break, I have all the time to just like crank out as much content as I can and get as much done on the Mustang as possible. So hope you guys are looking forward to that. And now, Home Depot. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Alright, so I've never made a video in this format before, but I'm basically going to draft up my idea before I go to the machine shop to create the pieces that I need, because it's just going to make my life a lot easier once I'm there, and if I don't have to like question myself and try to remember numbers or remember what the part is going to look like. So I'm just going to draw it real quick, and then I'll explain what I did. Alright, so at this point I've got my two-dimensional sketches here, and I'm not sure if you can see on my drawing, but I actually have a couple missing dimensions that I'm going to need to do some trig to figure out. But this is the 2-dimension, and then this is like a rough sketch of the 3-dimension. So I'm going to do a little bit of math real quick to figure out my missing dimensions, and I'll try not to bore you guys with that too much. I'll just show it real quick, and then we'll head to the machine shop and we'll make these parts. Alright guys, so it's a bit later now. I got back from the machine shop earlier and I spent most of the time editing, and I just realized that out of all those hours that I put into building these components, it was only like 5 minutes of footage. So I'm going to spend the rest of this video just explaining what it is that I built, because as I was watching the footage I realized that I was kind of just like, yeah, we're going to Home Depot and getting stuff, and I didn't even explain what the heck like we were actually building and what I was measuring when I was in here. So let's just go over it real quick. So the turn signal has these little like towers, I like to call them. I'm not exactly sure what they are or what they're for. If I had to guess, they're probably used on the S550 somewhere in like attaching the turn signal to that car. But obviously this bumper is just like completely raw fiberglass, so we got to get a little bit creative. So what I was doing is I was measuring how far it would be from a mounting place on the bumper to an equal distance to the same plane that the little towers are at. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount these little pillars that I've created onto the bumper, and they're going to stick out perpendicular and line up relatively close to where this turn signal is going to mount in place. So these ones are like 4.85 inches long, I believe. I was trying to put an angle on them because this bumper has an angle right here, and I obviously want it to be perpendicular, or as perpendicular as I can get it. I'm gonna mold it in, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, I wanted it to be pretty close. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to put a 55-degree angle on these, or I think it was 51 degrees. That angle was just a little too steep, but on this slightly shorter one, I was actually able to get the angle that I wanted. Oh, come on, focus, please. Yeah, so I was able to get the angle on this piece of aluminum that I wanted. So this one goes on the top up here. Not sure if you can see it. Yeah, there it is. So I believe I was planning on putting it like somewhere right around here. Yeah, something like that. Of course, this is all still a big rough draft. I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing, and also I wasn't sure if my fiberglass was gonna stick to aluminum. I did some reading online. Some people said that it'll stick great, like the Bondo glass will mold straight to the aluminum, and other people were like, no, it won't stick. But maybe they were talking about Bondo. I don't see why it wouldn't, because it says it's good for metal applications, so maybe I don't think they would say metal and just be referring to steel. Obviously aluminum is an important material. I'm not entirely certain about that yet. I think in the next couple videos we're gonna start test fitting these, doing some R&D, because this is just gonna take a lot of trial and error. I've never done anything like this before, really. I've never really had to create brackets like this, and I'm excited but also kind of nervous. I mean, I put a lot of time into these, and if they don't work, that's going to be kind of sad. And then, as I mentioned in the previous video, my wiring harness on the car is butchered, so I have a plan to make these wires work, but I think I'm just going to have to modify this light and create an all-new wiring harness to plug the light into the car. And luckily today, that package came in the mail, so I'm going to go ahead and show that to you guys, because I think it'll kind of help make things make sense a little bit more. Because up until now, you guys have just heard the ramblings of a crazy man, just like trying to explain what the heck the plan is without any sort of visual representation. So as you guys can see, I've got a huge cluster of wires here. I know it looks like a lot, but these are actually just individual little wiring harness pigtails or whatever. These are kind of hard to find on Amazon, so I'll leave a link in the description as to where I found these. These are great for LEDs because LEDs don't require a big thick wire. If you're doing the stock S550 lights, I would probably recommend getting something a little bit bigger to power the halogen bulb, but these wires will work just fine since I've got the LEDs, which is super nice. And basically, half of them are male, half are female, and you just wire them into all your existing wires. So I'll take, like, you know, the turn signal and the fog light and then the ground or whatever the case may be, and then I will wire it into here, plug it in, do the exact same, of course, for the corresponding side, and I think it'll be much more straightforward, and it'll allow me to have two harnesses on the car, because as I've mentioned before, my wiring harness on the car has been like shifted over to one side because the turn signals that I have just like a control box, and so that control box needs to get inputs from both sides. So this will allow me to separate it back out because the new turn signals don't have a single control box. It's all like integrated into the turn signal. So that's the plan. One thing I didn't like is like they're a little bit smaller than I thought. I was hoping they'd be a little bit bigger, but honestly I think it'll be kind of nice because I can wrap these wires up in heat shrink and just make a nice clean wiring harness that will be out of sight. I kind of feel like today's video wasn't very vloggy, and I know this is supposed to be Vlogmas. Granted, my channel isn't like super vlog oriented. I mean, I know that technically this is a vlog, but I call it like a niche vlog, whereas like I wouldn't just be a vlogger like if I wasn't talking about cars. Does that make sense? Like the whole concept of this channel is that I'm Kaidan Odom and I'm sharing my experience, and so there is some personal side to it, but the focus is cars, of course. Like it's kind of a hybrid between a vlog channel and like a car only channel or like information only, and I try to do my best to have that balance, but sometimes there's videos that are just very information heavy, and then sometimes there's videos that are just like, what even am I watching? Like, what is he doing? So I decided that this video was a little too much on the informational side, so I'm just gonna set up the tripod here real quick. And you know what? I'm gonna make a note to myself in post. Try to edit this clip less. I want this to be raw footage, okay? I'm leaving that in. So tonight, we're gonna be cooking top ramen. Oh wow, that's very bright. Now, the reason why we're cooking top ramen is because I have run out of food. So in tomorrow's vlog, after I go to the gym in the morning with Owen, we're gonna stop by the store because I need more chicken and I need some more other noodles because all I have left is ramen. Why is this not focusing? What the heck? So yeah, first you wanna get your pot and then you wanna put water in it. I forgot to put water, so give me just a second here. All right, now you got water in the pot. Set it on the stove. I'm still treating this like a tutorial. It's just a vlog. What the heck? I don't even make tutorials. Anyway, gonna get that bitch heating up. While you've got your water heating up, wanna go ahead and open your ramen packet or two. I think I'm gonna make two because I'm freaking starving. And water's boiling, so you wanna just place it in there gently. Oh shit. And the other one. Yeah, I definitely should have put more water in there. But also, this is the only pot I could find. We have a nice selection down here, but of course there are no pots. There's just a cast iron. So I definitely wasn't gonna make cast iron top ramen, so we went with the small pot top ramen. Ow, it's really hot. Sheesh. Get in there. Hell yeah. Be sure to poke it with a fork a little bit. Definitely helps. Don't scratch the pan though, or pot. This is a pot. Wah! This is barely a pot. Unless it's not a non-stick. If it's not a non-stick, you can scratch the hell out of it. But this one here is a non-stick pan, so we're gonna try to treat it with respect. Damn, that boiling sound is honestly kind of satisfying. Oh hey, I forgot to record myself doing it, but the noodles were done and I was kind of panicking because I almost forgot what to do. So I strained out like half the water, and then what am I doing now? I strained out half the water, and now I'm adding the sauce packets to it. It's gonna be delicious. Although I probably should have left a little bit more water in there because that flavor did not disperse very well at all. Hopefully I can mix it around. All right, after several minutes of stirring, it's looking pretty good. The flavor didn't disperse perfectly, but you know what? It's fine. Oh wow, it's fogging up my lens. But yeah, that's making dinner with Kaidan. That is where I'm going to wrap today's video up. I hope you learned how to make top ramen like the best. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe down below and turn on post notifications because I'm going to be daily uploading until Christmas. And if you guys want to see a video of me just like doing cooking stuff, I might be down. I might get Colby in on it or something like that because I honestly think it'd be really funny. But I don't know, leave a comment down below if you'd want to see like a Kaidan culinary episode. I think that would be fantastic. If not, then I'll just keep doing cars. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out and dream big.